The history will never forget the same Altman. He started this AI race. Anthropic is also teaming up with Canva, and they are gonna bring some interesting ideas into life. I can edit my photo with Gemini and ChatGPT. So the question is, what's the future of Adobe tools? But Microsoft, Adobe, Apple, these companies are somewhere behind when it comes on generating innovative tech. Okay, so welcome to the another podcast of the Onobit. And today we have some interesting news as we always have. And the very first news is coming from Amazon. Amazon invests $25 billion in Anthropic, and they are starting with $5 billion, and rest of the $20 billion is tied up with their milestone of commercial milestones.
Anthropic said they are struggling behind with the load capacity due to increased enterprise developer and consumer demand. So they are gonna get like AWS support from Amazon, and they have promised like they will be billing AWS around $100 billion in the next decade. So this will help to get all the necessity hardware compliances and requirement from Amazon.
So yeah, Anthropic is doing great, and Anthropic is also teaming up with Canva, and they are gonna bring some interesting ideas into life. Let's see how that make real impact and how they compete with Figma and other design tools. And cloud design is really powerful. We have tried in-house, and it's surprisingly good. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like also powered by the latest Opus 4.7, so that will have an upper hand. And let's see how this partnership turns out to be. And regarding this, we have also seen like OpenAI introduce something.
So yeah, yesterday OpenAI is also launched their image model, latest image generation model, Image 2.0, and this is surprisingly good. The details are amazing. It can generate 4K output, and like it's live for everyone right now. And it- the another good thing I like the new image model, although it generates realistic images, you cannot really differentiate whether it feels like AI generated or not. But another thing I like, it can generate really good typography, like in Hindi, Japanese, Chinese, like we have seen in the demo, right? And we have also tried in house as well. It's really good, and it's gonna make a lot of impact. And I feel like these days, where is Adobe? Like they are lagging behind somewhere.
Yeah, I think they are just building like a layer between these models. I heard about like Adobe Firefly. They were using just base models like Gemini and the GPT
Yeah,
model.
today if you go to Adobe Firefly and you use that model, you have all these options. It's kind of layer you can use, but you don't really get much credits. You just run
Yeah,
off credits after 3 or 5 generations, I think. So
but like
they
the
had really good expertise in design and they were known for design, but I don't know what they are doing. I can edit my videos through, not completely, but I can edit my videos through AI. I can make custom video editor through vibe coding, and we made some tools in house, and I can edit my photo with Google, Gemini and ChatGPT. So the question is, what's the future of Adobe tools? Like, still they are charging way more money than why would I spend like $50 on Adobe subscription if, let's say, I can get Gemini or ChatGPT in $20 and I get everything, like coding, designing, and all the other things.
Yeah, that's like an interesting part because just like Apple, Adobe is struggling to launch what is called like their own model. They have like the data of like millions of users. I think they are figuring out in the back end to launch a particular model and testing out like what's the user want by launching their products with existing models like Gemini.
I've seen one interesting thing in this AI race, like last from 3 or 5 years, uh, companies like Microsoft, although Microsoft really made really good investment in OpenAI, but Microsoft, Adobe, Apple, these companies are somewhere behind when it comes on generating innovative tech. Google is leading these days. I know Google is doing really good, but when it comes on Apple and Adobe and few other companies like this, I don't know what they are doing. Maybe they will come later with
Yeah.
something interesting.
So like these are the like the companies with huge user number, just like Google. So Google is trying its experiments, launching products week after week. But these company, rather than building their own product, are just funding already like existing products. We are yet to see like these companies launch their own original model rather than depending on others. And also, we have heard about something last week, or like not last week, like a couple of days back, something about data breach. Have you heard?
Yeah, who doesn't know Shiny Hunters these days? The greatest hacker of ourselves, right? And you know more about it, right? Because you are more into these ethical hacking stuff and more encryption stuff. So, yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to hear from you.
The cloud development platform confirmed like the data has been breached from their platform, and the hacker claiming to be shiny hunters. They have been like had they have access to all the access keys, source code, database data, API keys, and all the important credentials, including 580 employees records from WhatsApp itself.
And they asked for money, I think.
Yeah, they have been asking for like 2 million ransom, but the shiny hunters actually denied that they are not behind this hack.
Okay, maybe someone else is using their name. Okay, anyways, let's talk about our favorite brand, Apple. Apple CEO Tim Cook steps down, and the, John Turners is going to join as Apple CEO. He was vice president of hardware engineering team, I think.
Yes, the new tenure will start from September 1st, where
Mhm.
John will take over the CEO role. And also, like
Interesting.
talking about like the Tim Cook, he led Apple from $350 billion market cap to almost 4 trillion cap.
$4 trillion is really huge. Even countries like entire country of India's economy is $5 trillion. Apple itself on $4 trillion. I mean, it's huge. From $300 billion to $4 trillion is huge. He's a great guy, and
Yeah.
he skyrocketed the Apple actually.
Talking about like John Turner's,
Mhm.
he joined Apple in 2001, focusing on hardware products, basically designing iPhones, Mac, iPad, and AirPods. So he's like a really into the Apple guy.
Backbone of the Apple
Yeah,
hardware somewhere. And when it comes on CEO, how we can forget about the greatest CEO of today, Sam
Sam
Altman.
Altman. Yeah,
Yeah, I have heard news where the investors of OpenAI doubts on Sam Altman. He can lead the company, and investors want if anyone who can focus on one product leads the company, it would be better for the OpenAI's future. And there are internal debates, I think, right?
yeah. So like recently, like Altman asked the OpenAI to fund Helion Energy, a nuclear fusion startup that he already partly owned, and also like he's not interested in getting the company to an IPO. So the current favorite candidate to replace is Brett Trailer. He's a former co-CEO and co-created Google Maps, and is also known for doing one role at a time. So what do you think? Like, what's
This guy is interesting when it comes on about Taylor, Brett Taylor. So he's former CEO of Salesforce, and he designed like Google Maps, and like we can see he had some great successful products. And I think Sam Altman was the guy who started this. The history will never forget the Sam Altman. He started this AI race. He started this AI revolution. All the companies have been working. Maybe Google and IBM and all the other different companies have been working on and uh, in the AI field from years, from a decades. But I think we would nobody will forget the Sam Altman. Uh,
yeah, he
for
made like the AI to the public rather than just focusing on internal tools.
And he played a great role at Y Combinator as well when it comes on Sam Altman. So he knows what's happening and where the OpenAI is going. But somehow I think he can lead still the company, and he should be the CEO. For that's my personal opinion,
Yeah,
though. If he leads the company, it would be fine. I don't really know about the other guy. We just know two or three things about the other guy, but we have been seeing Sam Altman doing great things, and they will catch up Anthropic soon. That's what my belief. And they have really good investment though. And if you have vision and money and technology, you can do everything today. Another interesting thing. I noticed in the Chrome when I was using today. First, I saw that feature and then I read the news. Uh, Chrome lets you search side by side with AI mode, and that's interesting. Now you can, the Chrome has vertical tabs like we have seen in Arc browser. Did you try the Arc browser ever?
Yeah, I have tried it, but I think I was keen to using Chrome only, so I waited until the Google launched its own agentic browser. But I think Gemini is just like a AI on
Yeah,
top of your web
I've
page.
seen. I've been trying Chrome AI from last 2 days, I think. So vertical tabs are there in Google Chrome, and you can search side by side with AI. But the Gemini doesn't allow you to do agentic tasks like
Yeah.
what we have seen ChatGPT, Atlas, and Perplexity Comet. Like you do, you just put a prompt and you just rest, and it does it all the work. We don't. I have been trying from last 2 days. It's good. Like you can search side by side. It's not something what I was expecting. Google definitely has agentic abilities we have already seen while doing vibe coding. It tests the website, it visits the website, and it perform all the tasks inside the Google Chrome. But let's see, let's wait for the agentic task as well. But that's a good update. The vertical tabs, I don't really personally use the vertical tabs too much. I never used the Arc browser too much, but most of the people mostly techie people who were too much into tech and engineering, they said it was quite useful. I was just wondering, what are the key uses of the Gemini search in Google?
I don't find a particular use case that I can use. Just a small use case that I'm a particular web page. I'm struggling to find something. I can hook the Gemini. Other than this, not having like agentic features, it's like just another AI chatbot just integrated inside your browser.
Yeah,
Let's see what Google have installed in the upcoming updates.
it definitely does have native supports. Maybe if you're browsing something or if you're using any web-based tools like Canva or any other web-based tool, maybe you can take a screenshot and you side by side ask, or maybe you don't have to take a screenshot, you just ask to the chatbot. Basically, you have an assistant that supports you throughout your browsing or whenever you're working. The another interesting thing about this, I figured out that you don't have to go separately on another tab. Every time whenever I stuck somewhere, I had to go on another tab
Yeah.
and then I had to search in Gemini or ChatGPT. But now you can do everything in the same tab.
I also heard like the gig economy driving company Uber is going all in the driverless car race. Like after years of getting experience with the gig economy, the company is finally trying to get a sharp pivot from gig economy model to a robot taxi to compete with the rivals.
Is
They have. Uh,
Uber is going to make their own taxis or are they gonna use third party?
I don't think Uber gonna just. I guess Uber is. Yeah. Uber is going to fund like $10 billion with partners like Riven, Baidu, and Lucid. That will help them to build driverless cars, and they are hoping for 28 cities by end of 2028.
And I believe these all 28 cities would be North American cities for first round, I think.
Yeah, because they will be thinking about the protocols and the laws of the local cities. Uh, but yeah, it's like we'll see like how this will impact Uber's gig economy, like the workers they have been working on the Uber, because after getting this automatic driverless cars, there should be like a setback for the drivers. But we'll see how that performs and how easily Uber can adapt to its technology and target.
Yeah, when it comes on self-driving cars, I prefer like gas cars over electric cars, and because with electric cars there was it's been quite problem. Like it was in Canada, we had electric cars here in
Yeah,
Goa, and it was quite a problem with us. Like battery, the
then like the charging time was an issue for
the
us.
charging time was an issue, and the battery doesn't last that they promise, specifically in winters. Uh, but yeah, there is a EV startup yesterday we were talking about that claim they can charge in 10 or 15 minutes a
Yeah,
full battery. Yeah,
yeah. Battery maker Sunwada is claiming to charge the battery within 9 minutes.
Okay, interesting. If you can charge your EV in within 9 minutes, maybe we can consider then. And how about we take the portable generator with car?
I saw that reel on Instagram.
Yeah, that's very old reel. Then
Yeah,
somewhere in United States, somebody had the small generator in like on the
attached
side.
to its Tesla with a
Yeah,
charger.
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was it for today, and we'll see you in the next
Next podcast.
podcast.